Are deleted emails really deleted? Hi everyone, I'm Leo Notenboom for askleo.com. Today's question. It is said that deleted files are never completely erased unless you actually do so with the proper software. Does this also refer to emails? Once I erase an email, incoming or outgoing, does that stick around somewhere also? What our questioner is referring to, of course, is the issue that, at least on disk, when you delete a file, even if you quote-unquote permanently delete it, all you're really doing is setting a flag that the space used by that file is available for other files to be reused. That information stored in that area isn't actually erased or overwritten until some other file comes along and places its data in that same space. In other words, you could potentially undelete the file, depending on the rest of the disk activity that's happened between the time that you quote-unquote permanently deleted the file and the data was overwritten. Does the same thing apply to email? Well, it's complicated, of course. Now, many email programs, for example, Outlook, or even the mail program that comes with Windows 10 or Thunderbird, they may actually act more or less the same way as I just described for files. In other words, when you delete an email, I believe in Outlook, it just marks the email as deleted. And in fact, the space isn't reused, the information isn't overwritten until you have another piece of email that goes into the same space, or until you compact your data storage file, the PST that is used by Outlook. The same may be true for other email programs. And of course, email programs that actually store messages as individual files on disk, yeah, they're actually deleting files when you delete an email, so all of the same rules apply. However, they don't have to. They could do it some other way. Online email gets more interesting because all of that is completely hidden from you. When you delete an email from your online mail service, like Gmail or Outlook.com or any of the others, we don't know what happens. Yes, to a degree we do, right? Most of the time we're talking about not just deleting an email and having it go into some kind of a trash folder. We're talking about here emptying the trash, really deleting the messages. We still don't know what happens when those messages are deleted. What we do know is that they are no longer accessible to us. But that's still not the whole story. For example, let's not forget about backups. You and I, of course, are backing up our data, and that includes backing up our email, I hope. What that means is, of course, that when you delete an email, regardless of where you're deleting it from and whether or not it's actually irretrievably deleted, you could still potentially get that email message back from your backup. The same may be true for online email services. But, and I said this gets complicated, they're not going to recover it just for you. That email in your account that presumably the online service is doing a good job of backing up, they're backing it up for their reasons, not yours. They're backing it up so that if something happens to their equipment, they can restore your email. And the other scenario, if law enforcement comes looking, your online email service could potentially be compelled to recover email messages from your deleted email, from your permanently deleted email, by getting it from their backups, if they have the backups. And again, this is all stuff we just don't know. We don't know how long the backups are kept. We don't know how eager companies are to respond to these kind of requests from law enforcement. We just don't know. But the potential exists. And there's one more potential that a lot of people overlook. The other person. In other words, when you delete an email, that email came from somebody, let's say. They could still have a copy in their sent mail folder. They could still have a copy in their backups. When you send an email to somebody, they may never delete it. They may have it in their backups. That email may still exist on the other person's machine. So, the ultimate answer to the question, are deleted emails really deleted? We don't know. Depending on why you're asking the question, it's safe to either assume that they are, because it doesn't matter, or to assume that they are not, and that they could still be recovered, potentially, I guess, to cause you some trouble in the future. I hope this was helpful. This is something that I think a lot of people don't think about. For updates, for related links, for comments and more, visit askleo.com/17447. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.